Hello and welcome to you all to Jnana Vahini. In this episode, I wish to present the governance issues which appeared in the print media from 16th to 30th April 2023 in higher education domain. In all, 7 such developments have been identified for presentation today. 1. A culture of cohesion to save young lives on campuses. 2. Buddha's teachings can solve most contemporary global problems, said Honorable Prime Minister Modi. 3. A blueprint for pedAIgogy. And 4th one is extend PPP model to fund new universities. 5. Invest by keeping an eye for our IITs. 6. Colleges with 4-year degrees must seek affiliation extension. And finally, IITs focus more on mental health as suicides rise. Coming to the first one, a culture of cohesion to save young lives on campuses. The campuses of higher education in recent days have been large and impersonal space. Individualism is all pervasive. Consequently, early signs of emotional distress go unnoticed, unrecognized, and unaddressed. And teachers may hardly have time to address these issues. Most of the campuses suicides, it has been found that they are attributed to academic pressure, then family circumstances, personal reasons, different kinds of stress, discrimination, and different forms of harassment. Thus, there is a need to strengthen and streamline counseling and therapies as curative measures across all higher education institutions in the country. And in this context, it is quite interesting to find that most of the IITs, NITs, and premier institutions have put in place for beginning online and offline mechanisms to access personal counseling and therapies in a confidential manner. And these apps such as Dost, Sathi, Mitra, etc. have also been launched to access their services anonymously. To the second one, Buddha's teachings can solve most contemporary global problems, thus said Honorable Prime Minister Modi. The world is facing the most challenging time due to war, economic crisis, terrorism, and climate change, and all these global challenges can be addressed through the teachings of Lord Buddha. Lord Buddha preached abandoning war, defeat, and victory for eternal peace. A better and stable world can be achieved only if we consider the nations dealing with a scarcity of resources. Quote, the path of Buddha is the path of future, unquote. Thus said our Honorable Prime Minister, and therefore let us follow Buddha's teachings. The third one is a blueprint for pedAIgogy. Everyone in academic circles today talk about AI chatbots to develop essays, craft poetry, write like Hemingway, create campus code, provide these translations, do research assistance, then simulate diagrams, make art, to name a few. Understanding AI concepts, its ethics, and knowing its biases will interrogate many techno-deceptions. For example, Italy briefly banned ChatGPT over privacy concerns. In addition, notable AI specialists and tech representatives, including Elon Musk, urged all AI labs to immediately pause training of AI systems at least for 6 months. Meanwhile, many edtech companies in India started courses on ChatGPT that have targeted job seekers and professionals as well. At an introductory level, an AI curriculum from kindergarten to masters may start with simple conversations by asking questions, and at the next level, focus on small practical projects, automate language translations, create social media posts, break down complex topics, summarize books of your choice, seek help on a problem you encounter, etc. This is all about AI-driven curriculum, and the uses of ChatGPT in education range from tutoring with individual attentions to customized explanations. This is a new pedAIgogy, which is all about the method and practice of teaching and learning using AI. So the next one is extend PPP model to fund new universities. PPP is a partnership between public and private sector for the purpose of delivering a project or a service traditionally provided by the public sector. Last year, the government of Karnataka has announced the establishment of 8 new universities in consonance with its committed policy of providing one university in each district. And these new universities have become operational from current academic year 2023-24. However, the budgetary allocation announced is so dismal that neither vibrant teaching nor innovative research could be undertaken by these new universities. Now, a harmonious partnership between the land-rich public sector and the cash-rich private sector sounds like an ideal match for maintaining these new universities. It is very apt to recall here that NEP 2020 has recommended PPP model for both school and higher education. The next governance issue is invest by keeping an eye for our IITs. India's elite higher education institutions have major challenges to address now. 1. High dropout rates. 2. Allegations of discrimination and harassment. 3. Students' suicides, among others. The stress and dropout among students is due to pressure to keep up with performance, intensive competition, family debts, etc. Fixing IITs to enable its students to perform at their best is an investment in India's future. The decision to increase counseling and guidance for students is a wise decision. Similarly, allowing students to drop out and return, providing them the required assistance will help improve the health of IITs. The next one is colleges with 4-year degrees must seek affiliation extension. With the first batch of NEP students entering the 3rd year, the degree colleges will have to extend their affiliation with respect to universities in case they want to offer 4th year of degree program. The Karnataka State Higher Education Council is expected to issue a circular in this regard. As per NEP, students can get honors degree if they complete 4 years in the degree program, and the advantage of 4th year with a research component is that students can pursue PhD without a master's degree. If a college wants to offer the program with research component, it needs at least 2 PhD recognized guides at the UG level. Since 4 years degree is a global pattern and that it is also the basic idea of NEP, it is better if the colleges opt for the 4-year format. And the last one is IITs focus more on mental health as suicides rise. An increase in suicide deaths has put the authorities on edge, forcing these premier institutions to intensify the focus on mental health. Intense competition to bag a seat in IIT is just the beginning of the battle. And on joining IITs, the students fight stress, academic performance pressure, depression, homesickness, and even discrimination. Now IITs are stepping up measures to de-stress students and help them cope better with the academic pressure of the programs. These initiatives include wellness sessions and camps, welfare boards, expanding the network of counselors, student mentorship program, sensitization sessions, and psychological scale assessment with organizations including NIMHANS, NHA, etc. These initiatives are welcome. To summarize the governance issues, 1. There is a need to create conditions for forming an assimilative culture of cohesion and promoting respect for academic and socio-economic diversity on the campuses of higher education institutions. Quote, the path of Buddha is the path of the future and the path of sustainability, unquote. Thus said our Honorable Prime Minister Modi. 3. The uses of Chat GPT in education range from tutoring with individualized attention to customized explanations. 4. There are various sources of monetary support the government could avail for expansion of higher education institutions, and the PPP model could be a viable option. 5. Fixing IITs to enable its students to perform at their best is an investment in India's future. 6. If a college wants to offer the program with a research component, it needs 2 PhD recognized guides at the undergraduate level. Finally, initiatives taken by IITs with a view to focus on mental health include wellness sessions and campaigns, welfare boards, expanding the network of counselors, student membership programs, sensitization sessions, etc. Thank you all for listening this presentation.